Hey guys, my name is Jess McDonald and this is our Top 5 show where I give you my 5 favorite stories of the gaming week so you can boast to all your friends about how caught up you are on the gaming happenings. First things first, copies of notoriously terrible Atari game ET, which were buried in landfill in 1982, have been dug up. Microsoft, who is making a documentary on the crash of Atari and the legend of the buried games, commissioned the dig. The search was initially approved in June, but it took until early last month for Microsoft to finally get the go-ahead. Whilst ruminating on the terribleness of ET has been a shared opinion, you guys have mostly been discussing what should go back in the hole. The most popular responses at the moment seem to be Kinects, copies of Aliens, Colonial Marines, and copies of Knack. Let me know what you'd put in the hole if it was up to you. Yes, that's something I actually wrote down and decided to say in an internet video. Some of you guys were a little bit upset that H1Z1, Sony's upcoming zombie MMO, wasn't included in Top 5 a couple of weeks ago, so here it is for you now. A new trailer has been released which looks like DayZ, but with less being shot at and demeaned by other players. It's mostly plagues of zombies running at the screen before the words "Will you survive?" are thrown up, and then it has one of those creepy post-title screen frights which never fail to catch me off guard. According to the dev, the free-to-play game is coming to Steam early access sometime over the next few weeks. According to industry research company DFC, PC games make more money than their console counterparts. It didn't used to be that way around, but analysts are claiming it's because consoles are a luxury item, whilst PCs are seen to be a necessity, giving them a broader audience. As for genres, MOBAs like Dota 2 and League of Legends are the most popular in terms of usage. Regardless of this switch, it is expected that the new generation consoles are likely to push revenue back toward their favor. Sony has told investors that they expect to post what is amounting to a fairly significant loss this financial year. Even though the PS4 has been going strong, the very unimpressive sales of its Vio laptops have impacted pretty heavily on the company, who are bracing for the equivalent of a $1.3 billion loss. Aside from that, Sony's disc manufacturing business has lost them a bunch of money since consumers are far less interested in physical media than they once were. And lastly, this week, the cast for Star Wars Episode 7 has been announced. I know it's not strictly gaming news, but think of the future game tie-ins. Also, I think it's pretty cool, and this is my show, so I can probably do stuff like this. Han, Leia, Luke, C-3PO, Chewbacca, and R2-D2 are all returning and will be played by their original actors. As for the newbies, there are relative unknowns like John Boyega and Daisy Ridley, as well as household names like Andy Serkis, who played Gollum, and Max von Sydow of The Exorcist. Let me know what you cared about this week and if your verdict for the Star Wars cast is yay or nay. If you prefer, you can head over to my Twitter and chat to me directly, where I'm at Jess McDonald. This week on site, Seven can get a fright or two in Skyrim mods. We answer all your Watch Dogs related questions, and Reality Chat covers off on whether we could colonize other planets. That's it from us this week. Thanks for sticking with us as always, and be sure to at least consider having a Star Wars marathon on Sunday. I'll see you again on Monday.